So welcome to our Ignite Your Light or Ignite Your Future masterclass. So this will be the first one, and I'm very excited to co-host this with Ying. Yeah, this is kind of the premiere of our masterclasses that we wanted to do for a while. So I feel very excited. I feel very grateful today. I feel stepping in here. I feel a lot of good energy and really wanting to share. So this is like 1 hour of divine sharing with you guys, which is very, very beautiful. So intentionally, we made the masterclasses to inspire you, to motivate you in different ways. I mean, in order to that this is the end of the year and going into a new year, but also how really to step in to this abundance and prosperity in your life. So giving you both some tools and giving you some knowledge and wisdom, and also we will be sharing our stories. Yeah, especially today we'll have a focus on the sharing, and also with sharing some tools with you guys, how to really step into this light and abundance and love. And yes, that's basically why we're here today, to do this sharing. And there's going to be a lot more to it, but that's right now, this is the most important for me to say, that we're really here to enlighten, to ignite your light. That's why we call it Ignite Your Light. So hopefully we can inspire you guys to be kind of on your path and way forward, and also to inspire with a lot of love and light, which I believe is the way forward for leadership this time, especially your own leadership, but also for the world. So we need a lot of love and light to spread out there, and able to be whole in a way. So Ying, I was thinking that I'm going to draw a card now. How do you feel about that?
Yes, and I also want to remind you, people who are in Facebook, that you can just say hello, so we know who is in there and how we can serve you as the best, highest way. So we know if you have some questions or something that you want to share, just like comments, and then we will get back to you and see how we can serve you the best. So we know later after this who have been in our live, and how we can encourage you to come back and be on live for the next Sunday also.
Yeah, and especially also by sharing your intention in the chat box. You're mostly welcome. We will save the Q&As to later, but definitely we would like to have a dialogue under the way. So if you feel like to share your intentions with us in your chat box in the beginning, you're mostly welcome to do that. And also, of course, if you haven't already shared your intention in the Facebook group, you can do that afterwards also. I mean, we will be spending some Sundays together here in November, so don't feel the pressure if you don't feel to do it. But we are very grateful that you do it, because it gives us also an idea how to lead you and inspire you the best way, definitely. So as always, I don't know if you guys have been watching our lives, but we work with this sacred geometry cards, which is the flower life, which is the foundation of our world. And for some people, it might be not familiar. For some people, it might be very familiar if you work with structures, energy, frequencies. We're going to go more into that later. But these cards are really like kind of somehow a foundation of life. And I like to use them because they give a very beautiful message and intention. And somehow it's already, it's just giving us a beautiful like setup for these kind of series. So I want to tune in for a message for these series that we're going to make with you guys, and see where it can take us. So I'll just
maybe that's what Ulrika's asking for. She's writing here, I am currently doing a November challenge where I focus on my future self and how I wish to create my best life. So we're gonna co-create this with everybody's energies who's in here today.
Yeah.
So maybe just the cards will say something about that.
Yeah, so I'm just tuning in You guys feel free to take a breath, just tune in to this evening and leave every worries and thoughts behind that's been bother you during the day, and just send us some beautiful energy here so I can get it into the intention here, because your energy is definitely also gonna set the intention for this life, which is beautiful because we are all energy and we are co-creating. We are all one. So we are co-creating, even though I'm just the channel right now. Over here. Wow. This is a very beautiful card. It's matching Yearn's background in San Francisco. It's called authenticity. So, wow, this is to be the authentic you. It has number 10. So the energy of authenticity support our choice to be genuine and truthful in all aspects of our life, with others as well as ourselves. So I think this is a very, very beautiful setup, or like starting point for our sessions, because this is, yeah, of course, it's a lot about being authentic and being truthful to yourself. So, and it can be pretty hard. I mean, it sounds pretty easy to be authentic and truthful to yourself, but this is what you need to learn. You need to learn to tune into yourself and listen to yourself to be, in order to be the real you, so to say. I mean, often in everyday lives, we are affected by other people and meanings and how we should be. And often if you're in a workplace or around family that has been maybe different from you, or yeah, it's hard to be authentic. So yeah, this is, I'm really encouraging you just to tune into this card a little bit. I'm putting it up here with this beautiful, and then I'm just going to read a little bit. I am authentic. So I'm just going to read the image description. The golds refer to the gem-like quality of authenticity. The pinks refer to the universal love for oneself and others, to softness, tenderness, and care. Brighter pink brings in aspects of aliveness, excitement, high energy, and power. 6 is about love, relationship, and harmony, all which thrive on a foundation of authenticity. 12 is associated with the divine. It is considered a creative fundamental number that signifies completion. So this is really about being the essence of you, like who we are. How do we show that? How do you show up for yourself, being this authentic you every day? And also, of course, we want to feel love. We want to feel careful for the person we are. So I think this is a very beautiful message for us also to be here, but also in everyday life to really tune into this question about being truthful to yourself, because I believe in being more truthful to yourself, you will grow and expand more to be, let's say, the one you're meant to be in life. So I think this is beautiful. Yeah. And also authenticity and honesty, of course, is very closely related. So yeah, I think this is all about being honest, authentic, and truthful to yourself. And this is also what we're going to tune into today. So we're going to tune into this inner power and wisdom that we all carry. And this is what we want to carry. This is what we want to share, because when we're being authentic with others and ourselves, I would say, at least I can say for myself, I feel happiness, I feel love, I feel, you can feel also when another person is authentic, you can really feel that connection. And I believe these are these connections that we need to see more of the world. Authentic people. I mean, it's easy not to be authentic even on a screen here, but really, if you really tune into yourself and you share your wisdoms and your stories, this is where you see the change and the transformation happening. So I think that was a very beautiful card. How do you feel about that? Please, you can always add in the comments if something came up during this authentic card. If you have any questions, we can talk about afterwards. Or can you really relate to this feeling about being authentic? You know, how do you show up for yourself every day? Do you feel it easy? Do you feel it hard to be authentic? How is it to be you in this kind of role? Does it trigger you? Do you feel, yes, I feel this is me? Yeah, we would love in the comments to hear that afterwards. So that's great. So now we're gonna move into the very next step in our session here, where we're gonna go into a little intention and meditation mode. And Ying would give a little introduction to that before we take a moment of bliss.
Yes. So thank you, the card, because I think it's what we are here for, to feel more into tuning into ourselves and our self-love, and being more in a bliss state. And I think it's a really hard time to do that when the outer world is so much chaos and everything's around us happens either if we want it or not. So it's just so important to just be grounded in yourself and choose the leadership in ourselves to take responsibility for what we are doing, our consciousness, and how we want to show up for the world, and help each other to find a community that actually allow us to be ourselves and support us in every way we want, and help us to create that desire and the dreams that you want to go for, and dream bigger, because we just have one life, and we are the creator of our own life. So it's time to step away from the victimhood of that, the things happening against you in life. So we need to step into the leadership and in ourselves to really turn on the light inside of us, to go out there and shine it for everybody else who need our help, or who doesn't have that strong mindset that we have yet, and help them in a kind of way of love and kindness, and be more compassion for listen to their stories, and share our story, and just embrace how we can meet them in their own way. It's not like stepping down on them or seeing them as a weak personality. So I just want to go into a little bit of in meditation. So we just gonna tune in to get in the right mode and what we gonna do here. So just sit with your foot down and your palms up, because here we're gonna receive the things that we want, and just imagine, visualize where you want to go, where you see your dreams, and where you see your higher self, where you are happiest, and just receive the things, and just tune into this music.
Yes, just gonna be one moment. We're gonna share some music for you guys. Oops, just be 1 second. Gonna be there.
Just take 3 deep breaths and just follow the breath.
The light and love of divine healing floods into you now. Harmony and wholeness now becomes you. Restoring, recalibrating, and activating every cell within your being. You are who you came here to be. I welcome love. I welcome harmony. I welcome all of the beautiful things that are meant for me. I welcome light. Let it surround me. Grounded and rooted in the earth, we align with the highest frequency. And when the dark clouds come over me, it gets hard, feels like I can't breathe. I rise higher than I've ever been. I look within and listen. You are supported and guided by the higher angelic realms. May you continue to remember throughout all moments. I welcome joy. I welcome destiny. I welcome all of the beautiful things that are meant for me. I welcome peace. I welcome unity. I rise up in line with the highest frequency. When the dark clouds come over me, it gets hard. I feel like I can't breathe. I rise higher than I've ever been. I look within and listen. The highest frequency is love. I breathe it in. I am enough. The highest frequency is love. I breathe it in. I am enough. The highest frequency is love. I breathe it in. Not getting enough. Align with the highest frequency. The highest frequency is love. I breathe it in. I am enough. The highest frequency is love. I breathe it in. I am enough. The highest frequency is love. I breathe it in. I am enough. Align with the highest frequency. I welcome unity. I welcome all of the beautiful, wonderful, glorious things life has in store for me. Your reality has shifted. Yes, I rise up. I rise up. I rise up. Align with the highest frequency. Your external reality will now reflect this inner wisdom. Oh, align with the highest frequency. Divinity has taken course. And so it is.
Wow.
Just breathe that in. Take a moment, just breathe it in. Set the intention for yourself. And when you're ready, just come back to this room.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow, that song.
How are you guys feeling? Just drop in the comment, or you just unmute yourself if you want.
Amazing. Very powerful. Thank you.
Yeah, it feels super powerful. Wow, I felt so much in tune with this song. This is one of Ying's favorite songs, which is now also mine. I definitely feel like, wow, like this kind of so powerful, just feeling the joy, the happiness, the love, like being that love and just tuning into it. It's very, very powerful. It's like really put you in the right state of mind
Yes.
to share this energy.
So now we go into the story part.
Yeah, so I'm starting, right? Yeah, so I just want to say, like, listening to this song, wow, I'm really feeling to share, like right now, I feel I'm in a very powerful and very great state of mind and body, and just a place in life where I feel super grateful. I feel super grateful. I feel a lot of love, and this song just made me even realize, wow, I have come far. Even though I might not be the ending place of how I imagine to be, like this journey and just feeling this gratefulness and happiness and love is it's very, very powerful. So just sharing a little bit of myself, my story. My name is Sofie. I like to call myself Sofie Soulshyne because it's all about, relating to our masterclass, Ignite Your Light. It's about every soul deserves to shine. This is what I feel. I also feel my own soul shining, but I really wish for everyone, like their soul should shine and getting your passion out in life. I'm actually originally 10 years back, educated as an architect. And yeah, I had a pretty good life, I had a very great life. Just in a very, very different way that I am today. I had the perfect education. I had the perfect man. I have 2 beautiful kids at that time. Now I have 3 beautiful kids. I'm a mom of 2 big boys. They're 18 and 20, and a beautiful girl, she's 11. And at that point in my life, it's 11 years ago, where I also actually met Yearn. So Yearn, you're here. You have been following my journey for all these 11 years. That's quite amazing. And at that time, I was working with my design. I was working as a graphic designer. I was starting, I was a lot into health already that time, but I was starting to do some raw food events on a very beautiful ferry that we built. But to be honest, I wasn't really feeling myself that time. There was nothing wrong, and I was living with the boy's dad, and it's a very beautiful person, but I was not just feeling that this was my calling somehow. So I went deeper into myself, and I've been on this journey now for 11 years or more. It's a life journey, it doesn't end. But at least it really started at that time where I get to know some people that wanted to open a raw food cafe, and I was just really getting into this topic of health. I was working as a graphic designer, doing other people's brands, like building other people's soul, so to make them shine, soul shine, making other people shine than myself, actually, at that point, I would say. But then I met one person randomly, not a friend of a friend, that wanted to open this raw food cafe. And that really kickstarted my journey into where I am now. It's been a journey of, it's been a very hard journey, actually, these 11 years, but also very exciting, and a lot of challenges on the way in order to be the place I am today. But it's really, I guess it's also, I felt my true calling at that time, like taking the decision actually to leave the houseboat we built for 7 years, my 2 kids and the husband, to start and embark this journey on raw food. And what really, it was not only about raw food, it was it's a whole life philosophy, I guess, like, you know, really just starting to cleanse out layers, cleanse out old stories. I was not in a super bad place, but I was definitely not like being truthful to myself. I was definitely living more other people's life in a way. So just that journey in itself has taken quite a while and quite some hard turns, but I really have gotten some great tools on the way, getting me to a place now where I feel I can be more truthful to myself. I can be more authentic. I can be the one I want to be without people judging me or thinking, yeah, so to say. And what I feel is, you know, I started on my health journey, so to say. I was already eating super healthy quite healthy that time, but I started to go into more raw food. I started to more vegan. I was eating a lot of superfood. We had a lot of American speakers coming to Denmark, and I was promoting them while I was doing this cafe. And this work with these people really opened up my mind for a whole nother world. Like, I think just like getting rid of all these layers, like changing my diet, meeting people there was more spiritual or into the spiritual world, which was quite new to me at that time. So just, you know, getting to know more about yoga and meditation, everyday practices, and eating healthy was really like very new to me. And also just working with energies and crystals and, you know, a whole different energy. And also at that time I was always doing other people's work, you know. I was kind of felt like in slavery of other people and not really like being free to do the real me, or I didn't have the tools to do that. So it's taken me some year to come to this point where I am today. Like, I feel much more free. I feel I can decide myself. I can build the life I want to, and I have the tools to do it. And that's like such a big relief, like realizing that you can do it. You know, of course you can do it in community, but also you don't need to trade your time for money, as I has been doing many years. And it was especially my meeting with different things about teaching. I've been doing a lot of workshops with raw food and plant-based food, and really trying to inspire people. What I really realized is when I started to drinking this water, which was an alkaline ionized water, and I really start to clean my body in a whole different way. And this is 2-3 years back when I started to do that. Meanwhile, I also was doing other things on my health journey. It just keep coming back to me, like, you know, this notion of having like a super clean body and you know, drinking pure water has really lifted my spirit, my soul, my health to a whole nother state. So I think, like, yeah, this is one of the tools that we wanted to share with you later also, that this has really like been a profound change. It's not that I was having some kind of serious disease, but of course you always have these diseases in your life where you're going up and down, but then it's just so great to have different tools to use. But definitely the water has been like one of my big realizations, that we are all water. You know, we're 70% of water, and we really need our body to be clean vessels. So it has been a lot about breaking down habits. I mean, I must say, after 10 years, it's like it's not challenging anymore, because it's not an option. So this is what my mostly teaching always is about. It's about helping people, helping you guys to get to the right place, where it's not about, you know, breaking your habits or your bad habits, but it's just choosing what is right for you, really, to be on that path where you don't even need to think about like things that are not good for you because they don't exist, you know. And I think that's actually a very beautiful place to be, because then you don't keep judging yourself. Then you can act from a very clear and very profound place in yourself, just really sharing what you feel is the truth. It's not, I don't feel anyone is like, no, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that. Oh, no, you can't do that. It's just like I'm tuning into what is good for my body, and the things that are not serving me are just not an option. So I think actually that's my biggest learning in all these like 10 or 11 years. But of course, it's not just like that, but it's been a lot of inner work, a lot of challenging inner work. I mean, the food part and the superfood part and the raw food cakes has just been fun. But the real challenge is, of course, to do the inner work. This is where the challenge is. I met a lot of, if you believe in previous life and your karmic cycles, I've been through hell, I've been having relationship of very, very hard relationship, and giving me some big learning lessons that has been very, very challenging in my life. And I kept on attracting the same people. It will be the same relationship again, like finding someone maybe that has like a low self-worth, or like, being on that same, frequency and energy for, I must say maybe 10 years. So I find finally now that I break in the cycle. It's not, I wouldn't have been without that cycle. I wouldn't, these learning teachings on my way has been super beautiful because I can use it as a tool and share. But of course, I can't say it hasn't been challenging, but it's just a very beautiful place to be and be able to share these tools with you guys, and also the daily practices that I realized that has helped me a lot. This is also want to share in these coming series with you. So yeah, we'll go into that a bit later, the more practicals in it, but that has definitely also helped me a lot on the way. So I feel very grateful. I feel very grateful to be here today and to be able to share of our wisdom that has been going through the last, let's say, decade of my life. So welcome to you guys again. I'm very grateful that you're here, and I'm very grateful to share this with you, Ying. And also Ying and I, we met each other recently, actually, in this our beautiful community that we work with. We work with the Kangen water, which is very beautiful. We're going to go much more into this in the next series about the health and wealth. But this is where we met each other, and it's so beautiful to meet each other in such a beautiful and inspiring community where we all work for the better, the better of the world, the better of ourselves. And to be in that kind of sharing community where this work is allowed, this work is transparent, and it needs to be there in order for us to thrive and rise together. So that's truly the beautiful of this. Look at this beautiful bottle also I have. It's like a sacred geometry bottle. Gives it good frequency and energy for your mind. So Ying, I'm very grateful that you're here, and I'm really excited to hear your story, actually.
Thank you for your story. It was beautiful. Yeah, like we said, it's very important with what we put in our body. And I have also been in this health journey of mine, and I mean we are unique soul, and everybody have their own story to tell. So when I came into this work with inner work and working with my own challenges and my own fears, it started very a decade ago, but I didn't have the right tools, I didn't have the right community, I didn't have the right peers to talk about the inner work or the things that we are going through. And I think that is a problem out there nowadays, that we don't ground ourselves like we used to do and hunt our food or gather around the fire and tell stories and taking care of our kids and be living in the mother nature and let the nature take care of us, instead for actually killing all the trees that we need to build more houses and all of that. And I think that's also why a lot of people are disconnected from themselves, and a lot of young people, they don't understand why they're here. We are just like loose souls in the cosmos, or in the realm that they are. We have been signing a contract to come to this earth to doing a better world, but since we are controlled or programmed in certain way of how to think and how to operate to be accepted in our group, and right now we going a whole wrong direction. But I also know that if we using our voice, and the people who are aligned and are the light of this earth, I think we're struggling more to fit in, because sometimes we face our challenges by ourselves, and when we do that, we don't have the same frequency, the same energy that we can fill ourselves up and understand what tools we can do and use to actually activate all of our chakras inside of us, and activate our frequency to a higher level. So we just like you said, Sophie, with attracting the wrong partner or being in the wrong places to actually get the lessons in our life. And sometimes people see that as a challenging way, but I also believe that every challenges that we are going through is actually a gift, because I was struggling with my self-worth for a very long time, and to fit in, you just become this, you put in the mask of trying to please everybody else, try to please other people so they would like you, or they want to be your friend or a good co-worker or whatever, or being your life partner. But sometimes when you attracting the wrong partner or the wrong group of people, then it's actually the lessons that you need to take away from that. And when you actually doing the healing part, the working from inside and out, then you will actually come back and to your own self, if you actually doing the work. Because we know that the work is very hard, and it's not a lot of people who want to see their own shadows, because in the darkness, in our own shadows, that's actually where we find our light, and tuning into how we can take our struggles and make it to our achievement in life, instead for thinking that you are not worthy of love, or you're not worthy of have everything you want in life. And for me, I started my own really deep dive into my own inner journey in 2020, when I really was sick and tired of working as a chef. And I mean, that is actually my biggest passion. I really love working with food. I really love have to do everything with food. I travel around the world for food. But the toxic environment of a working place nowadays, that you need to be somebody else to fit in the workplace, most in my in the restaurant business, is very man dominant. And then we have a lot of toxic, unhealthy masculine energy that always have the ego in the front. And what you do there is just that you don't feel safe, or you need to be like super woman to be fitting in there, like working long hours and in a row, and just if you cannot lift anything or something like that, and then it happens suppressing my femininity of being asking for help. Because if you ask for help, sometimes it can relate that you are as a weak person, because the society have been programmed us to to be a loner, to like, you know, don't ask for help, or don't show your weakness. Or like when I started my coaching business, that's the first thing I was hitting the wall with. I couldn't be vulnerable. I was paying so much money to this coaching program, but the thing was, if you want to progress or if you want to get help, then you need to speak up. You need to get your vulnerability out and ask for help, or ask for the tools, or ask for whatever. But I couldn't do that because I have been programmed myself so much that don't ask for help and don't show your weaknesses out to the world, so they think that you are the weak part of the society. And it was a very struggle for me until I actually heal it. And now when I also working with my Kundalini energy that I started, that some of you also have been there, working with my feminine energy and really activate that beautiful nourishment of receiving, and slow it down and let things around you create by itself. Because sometimes we are in this doing all the time. We need to what do you say, you need to always achieve something, or making approval of yourself. Then you actually doing too much. So when you manifest your life, or to manifest the things that you want in life, you actually don't take the time for the universe to get it, to receive, to get it for you, because you don't have the time to relax, to receive the things that you actually have been asking for. Because everything that you want in life, if it's the money, if it's love or a new career, whatever it is that you put your intention out there and your thoughts, you actually manifest into your life. And maybe it's gonna trigger someone for saying this, but sometimes when we are manifesting our our diseases or something, if you call break or whatever it is, you are actually the one who have been manifested for yourself. Because I think it's also important to sometimes tuning in what is actually your thoughts during the days. Is it only positive things, or you just actually saying, oh my god, Ying, you're so stupid that you don't even know how Zoom work, you know? Then you're just going rumble into the things in your lower self, that you are not worthy of receiving the things that you want, by just saying to yourself that you're not capable. So we're always going to fear, to blame, to guilting ourselves, and maybe put that responsibility for other people to take care of us. So I think my point is that it's time for us to take our energy and our power back to ourselves, and really find what is your life, what is your essence, what is the things that you want to give to the world, and bring that and give that more joy and happiness and joyful, and accept yourself for who you really are, and really acceptance, where things in the past actually have been a gift for you, but now you can actually taking that leadership and see bigger vision. Where do I really want to go? How can my life actually expanding more, and really trust that that you have everything inside of you to really go for your dreams, and forgive your past, to actually receiving your future with gratitude and the higher frequency that the song that we was hearing about before is love. So how can you give more love to yourself so you can overflow, so you can give that to others? And the most important thing that I have been learning about myself is that we need to speak up. We need to, if we want to have more peace in this world, that we actually need more people who are loving to speak up, as powerful as the people who are creating the war. So yes, I will end it there.
So great, Ying. I also have a question for you. So what was the biggest turning point for you when you were struggling as a chef and working? So how did you find your way there?
My way was actually that I took 1 year leap, and I actually went to a water retreat with Kangen water, because back then I was like 15 kilo overweight, and I was super stressed in my body. My knee was I have inflammation in the whole body, and I was so unhappy, because you're working so much hours and you have so much things going on in your body that you don't. I was not conscious at all. So when I actually did the water fasting, after 3 months I actually lose like 10 kilos, and I still have kept my health, and it's just going better and better. And now when I actually drinking this healthy water, is actually have been clearing out so much fog in my brain, and I have more energy. And with everything else that I'm doing around this, like water is so big part of my life. Today I just went to the ocean and went to jump in the cold water, and now drinking from the inside. So you have that frequency of water heals so many part of you. So that was my turning point with this.
Well, I love that. Yeah, it's really powerful. I mean, this frequency of water. I mean, water is, yeah, we're gonna go much more into the health part and water at our next the next Sunday session. But I just wanted to make a little comment on that. It's what I also found. I mean, water has memory. I mean, we are water. We are all a frequency, and the water we drink also has a frequency and a structure, and it has a memory too. And it's very, very exciting. So when you start to drink water that actually has the right frequency and has the right structure with your body, I mean, it's a whole shift in both your mindset and yeah, I didn't really believe that much, but it's just amazed me how big a difference. I mean, I don't know if you've seen these experiments from a Japanese I don't know, I guess he's a scientist or doctor, where they say different mantras and frequencies into the water, and it will be different beautiful crystallines, like, you know, this sacred geometry. Like here we have love, light, truth, harmony, wisdom, and vitality. So all these words and these structures has a frequency. So when you go into the water, and the wisdom of the water that it carries us through is so strong. And it's really one of the things that also really changed my life, but also just the knowledge about it is really so profound that I wish for everyone to have this knowledge, and it can make a huge change for everyone and in the world too.
Yeah, and I think more so people who are athletes or work or very what do you say a pro athletes, they also know that or if you want to lose weight or have control more in your bodies, we always think that the food is the one that we need to change first. But if you don't have the right ionized water or the frequency of the water, how it can help our body to actually detoxing the things that going out from our body and clean it out, then we can put more nutrient food that actually stick in alignment in our body, because the water is making our bones more loose and helping our cells to be stronger and put out all the bad cells out and building up with the new stronger one.
Yeah. Wow, that's beautiful. So I see we spend a lot of time doing our sharings. We had a whole few program for you guys, but that we will, I think we will continue with that. But I think as an kind of a roundup of the ceremony, I brought a little very beautiful stone. It's my gratitude stone, because we actually wanted to end up talking about gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most simple and most profound tool that I learned, I think for you, Ying, as well, I guess, to have that in life, and really helped us like growing, and really about what you talked about, the attracting and what you want in your life, and just receiving, you know, just be that receiver, just being that gratefulness changes quite a lot. It's a very simple tool, but it's we're going to give you a little challenge or a little encouragement to afterwards to go in the Facebook to share 3 things you're grateful for. Maybe you want to go like further into it. But I just wanted to say and share, and I'll share it in the Facebook group too, that there's a book called The Magic, if you don't know it already, by Rhonda Byrne. And it's a very beautiful book about gratitude. So it's kind of a 30 days challenge of gratitude that I really encourage you to either to listen to on an audiobook or to read, and just simply do this simple practice of gratitude and how it can create these miracles and magic in your life. And it's about just simply taking 10 things a day when you wake up, to say what you're grateful for, and actually list them down, and then you can reach different areas. But it's just about changing your whole mindset about, instead of say, oh no, I need to pay bills, I don't have enough money, I don't have this, just changing that whole thing, so that I'm super grateful that I'm able to have light. I'm super grateful that I have a place to stay. I'm super grateful that I can eat and I can pay these people and give my gratitude and this energy exchange. So when we start to think about the flow, the energy of like how we attract and how we receive, instead of, you know, going into this non-flow or stagnation of angriness and worries, it's like, this is really where we can let go and step into a whole nother flow in life. And that has for me also been in very, very beautiful, and doing this community together with you, Ying, as well, really like changed a lot for me, and really like attracting the things that I would like to see happening in my life, but of course also taking action. This is November. This is really the time to take action now. We have been in a lot of months building up this kind of energy, but that now the cosmic energies are helping us now to go into more action mode. So it's kind of a balance, but this gratitude practice, it's something that we really wanted to go more into, but I think we'll share more about it in the Facebook group, and I'll put a link out to the magic, to create those everyday magics in order to help ignite your light in a way. Yeah.
And yeah, I just by taking the right decision, even not the right decision, just taking a decision is very important right now. And we all know that our life's going super, super fast right now, because we are like in in a fast roam and cleaning out all the old past and building a new future. So we actually need to be mindful of how we want to focus and what is it that holding ourselves back. And that's why inner work and inner healing is so important, and see what is that triggers you today that you can work on so it doesn't affect your future, because everything that affects in your future is actually that you didn't clear out your past and take it into your future with you, and that's why things happens over and over again. So we need to cut that negative part out and really deep dive in to really see what is it that we need to actually leave behind, and focusing on what we want to create instead. So I have write down 3 dots of how to, like, you know, the 3 decisions that control your destiny. And the first one are actually your decisions about what to focus on into your future, what you want to focus on right now for better your life. And the second part is your decisions about what things mean to you, really mean to you, so that your maybe your biggest why. Or for me, I was thinking today, like, every Sunday I have my training. I go to taking care of myself, because I've been working a lot, and really, what does it mean to me? Because I could just sit at home and just do nothing and just relax on my sofa and say to myself that, but you have been working the whole week, so just relax. But if I know that my future depends on what kind of decision I take today, to actually take the focus and doing the work, so it attract the things and manifest, and just, like, you know, anchor that in yourself, that it become my routine, my discipline of doing the work, go to the gym, or go to the things that makes me happy, and tuning into my higher vibration. Because every time I after my training, is like, you don't want to go there, but direct after is like, fuck, I'm so happy that I did it. Now I can go home and just relax, you know. And the last part is your decisions about what to do to create the results you desire. So that is 3 things, and I will maybe drop that into in a group also, so you have that. So really thinking about what to focus on, so you get the results that you really want in life. And that's why we're here, to inspire you and really want to I really hope that you can come to the others Sunday lives that we're gonna have, so we can tune in more into the health, and to the wealth, how we create the wealth that we want.
Yes, and wow, we could talk all night about this. This is a whole, it's not just 1 hour talk. I mean, just going into this process. And this is actually also the journey that we want to bring you on. I mean, these sessions are kind of highlights of what we could go much more deeper into. And then yeah, I'm really also looking forward to the next Sunday. That's my daughter in the background. She's sneaking out. Maybe I should have like a more virtual background, but okay, it's a little homely feeling here. Yeah. So yeah, so we are really looking forward to share much more about the health part and the wealth part. I think this is some 2 topics that are very dear to our hearts, especially in the both part actually, which are very exciting and goes hand in hand. Yeah. So yeah, I actually can't wait until I just want to go into that session now, because it's so exciting, and it's gonna, yeah, it's some really like profound and very epic information that we're gonna have for the next session. So yeah. Thank you so much. Do you have anything you want to say?
Don't forget to get into the Facebook group and just write there what you take from these sessions, and what is your mind, and so it get more live.